time states as we approach the end of the season. Bowl positioning, playoff spots, all on the table, but only you find a way to win. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Fighting Irish, South Bend, Indiana, beneath the Golden Dome and Notre Dame Stadium. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Clemson Tigers, taking on the winners of 7 straight, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Banging, slithering, whatever. To get that ball up to the 32. You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get...
Breaks into the open. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
That is a statement play right away. You're playing on the road. The stadium's loud and noisy. You want to quiet him down, run the football down the defense's throat.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Trying to hit the sideline on the right. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Let's take a second and talk about Clemson. They got a huge boost in their defensive front in recruiting last week. 5-star backer, verbal commitment, some future help in the form of this guy, David.
Oh, baller. And these are the guys that they play running back and all over the field in high school because they're so big and strong and athletic. And it's a guy that you count on. They can come in right now and play day one with that size-speed combination.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Makes the catch. It's Moore. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
On a big 3rd down, love the discipline by the defense there. You got everybody with their eyes on the quarterback, rallying to the football, showing good speed on D. Nice tackle. Love the team defense.
And so on their opening drive of the game, they want to stay on the field, and the offense will go for it on 4th down. Makes the grab, past the marker. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a 1st down.
Well, the gamble pays off offensively. 4th down, being aggressive, and they throw for it. How about the job the receiver does, winning his route and giving his quarterback a place to go with the football?
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Guys, let's chat a little bit about Clemson. Every team needs those big dudes up front, and, man, they got a mauler from the high school recruiting ranks. Big four-star D lineman. David, what's his adjustment going to be like?
Well, you see the excitement from the fan base and the reaction. It's all over the place, and you understand why. Because just being able to have that size at that position.
There he goes. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Tigers. They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short, and he did the rest of the work.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Dropping back, it's Carr. Snagged in the middle, it's Williams. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Into a mass of giant bodies, we'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24. Notre Dame lines up quickly. Gets the back moving. They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. Catch in the middle, it's Williams. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line.
It's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
Caught over the middle, it's Williams. Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the 1st down.
Notre Dame ready to go back to work with another 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Wants to throw again. Throwing right. Wide open downfield. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
Man, and we're seeing the tight end used more and more in the passing game. You see him moving inside. You see him moving outside. You see him moving in the box to block people. So here they put him in the slot and just have a nice little pitch and catch session.
Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Now improvising. Chucked it away just as he was hit. He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to find another play in the red zone. It'll be 3rd down. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Wants to throw. It's Carr. Had nowhere to go with that one. Had to just throw it away. A wise decision to keep the field goal in play.
In this offense now, it's decision time. Man, they put a nice drive together. You want to walk away with points, but how aggressive do you want to be? Do you want to take this field goal, or do you want to try to get a touchdown?
Notre Dame looking for this 4th down conversion. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Quickly complete. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Trying to escape and get it himself. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
I know this guy is really athletic, but it's going to be hard to outrun a DB. It was a really nice job scrambling, trying to get what he could get on that third down. But there's the DB in the open field. Nice job rallying to the quarterback, getting him down. Now it's decision time for the offense, 4th and short.
They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
There are analytics out there in college football that say maybe you can go for that at that point of the field here in the first half. It's still early. If you don't get it, you can come back later in the game, make it up, score some more points, and that mistake will be erased. The problem is right now at this juncture of the game, that was a big-time error. The fact that you didn't get that, you're now gifting your opponent points.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking to throw, it's Carr. He's got it and still on his feet. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. The extra point here would tie the game. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
Coming out with it, it's Moore. He's able to work his way across the 25 to the 26 before going out of bounds. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. They'll run the toss. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Shoots it to the left. Fires and picked off. Bringing it back. Inside the 30. He steps out of bounds, but not only does he get the ball back, what a return to set up his offense.
And he can fill up the hand now with that pick, man. That's number 5 on the season, consistently making plays for his defense. Always a guy where we're going to be calling his name over and over again.
Lets it fly. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
I know the offense came into this game expecting to have some success throwing the football, and right after getting a takeaway right outside of the red zone, they try to do just that. The one-on-one matchups are going to be there in this game. That time, though, the defense did a better job making a play, forcing the incompletion.
And that's a frustrating couple plays for this offense. Like, you got the ball in great field position. You are set up to succeed, in 2 straight incompletions. A big third down coming to see if they can maximize this drive.
Got it in the middle with Sullivan. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. 1st and goal from the 9. We've got a good one going here, and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the 2nd. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Let's go. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like, the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next one.
This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it into the end zone. He goes. Touchdown, Notre Dame! The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Big 12. Oklahoma State is ahead early in Stillwater, but that's not exactly Barry Sanders or Thurman Thomas out there. This game is a long way from over. They're up by 7 over Texas Tech. We'll circle back if anything changes in this interesting Big 12 matchup. Back to you guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The give to the running back from the shotgun. They keep feeding him in this running game, and the defense is having none of it. It's been that way all day. Now, guys, when you're talking about Clemson, they've done a really good job in high school recruiting. Just last week, a commitment from a big-time 4-star defensive back. David, what does a commitment like that do for the program?
I mean, so exciting. Like, once you start creating momentum in recruiting, it's really fun to watch it. And getting a guy like that in the back end, in the secondary, that's so important to your defense, man, does it get you excited. And other guys now say, hey, I might want to go play with that cat.
Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Motion from the wideout. The give to the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
They have just not been able to get this guy into a rhythm so far in this game. I know it's still the first half, but there's been nothing going for him like you just saw in that last run. He's an outstanding talent. You may have to start thinking about throwing him the football, getting him out in the perimeter and space to let him go to work. He's got to touch the ball for you to come back in this game. Right now, running it, though, very difficult.
Looking to the big tight end. Complete downfield. And he picked up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. And the Tigers have this offense rolling. Looking to throw on first down. That's reeled in. It's Davidson. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Running back searching for a hole. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. From the gun, running back on the move. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Clemson jumps to the line. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Gets it inside the 5, and now it'll be first and goal from the 4.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on third down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play, moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. He might want another play. Back to throw, it's Carr. Rushes on him. Stands in and takes the hit. Oh, it's picked off. Knocked down quickly after the pick, but that offense says thank you very much, and they'll have it at the 43.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Defense in press coverage. They'll start this drive with a pass. Throws for the tight end. A strike downfield. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And I love that play call. There's a great example of sudden change situation, right? Your defense gets the turnover. You get it right back. The very first play, let's be aggressive. Let's take a shot and see if we can catch the defense napping. Boy, oh boy, did that ever work out great.
Wants to throw on first down. Broken up, incomplete, and nearly intercepted in the end zone. It'll be second down.
When you see them there taking the shot, I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their head. They're going to be expecting run. Safeties and linebackers are all going to be playing downhill trying to stop that. If we get the one-on-one opportunities to the outside, we have got to take shots. That one fell incomplete, but they should keep trying this as the game goes on.
The Tigers are threatening on 1st and goal. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. Clemson ready to go back to work with another first down. They'll try to get it in with the run. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking. Back to pass. Back's got it. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Tigers.
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Carr. Here comes the heat. A little floater there that falls incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Back to pass on second down. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. Plucks it out of the air. They make the stop, but the sweet rolling catch is plenty to give them a first down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Bring in the heat. It's incomplete, and this sophomore quarterback usually makes that throw every time.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Release to the back. Got it in the middle. It's Williams. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Looking downfield, it's Carr. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They'd given up a ton of yards. I think they understood. The gravity of the situation. Third down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily. Notre Dame once backed up near its own goal line, now on the move. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Irish!
Momentum is such a real thing in college football. And scoring that touchdown here in this 2-minute situation at the end of the half is massive for them. It's going to help their confidence going in at halftime. If they're able to get this extra point and tie this thing up, watch out for them in the second half.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? They're going to open this drive with a pass. Quarterback floating away from pressure. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
QBs and receivers on third down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
Punt is in the air on fourth down. This is a spot you see many returners try to take a chance, but not this time. Fair catch just inside the 40. Just enough time for one final play in this half. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. To the air, it's Carr. He uncorks a laser deep down the middle. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. They'd love nothing better than to add a 3-ball here before the break. And the kicker delivers the 3-ball to finish off the drive. And now they take the lead. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. Clemson will kick this deep to get the second half underway. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Oh, he's got some space. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
They'll go to the air on second and short. He holds it in, and nobody's close. That's where they'll mark him down, but what a play there to pick up a first down.
What a great play call offensively. Taking the shot, you flip the field, and now you better get those red zone play calls ready and dialed up.
They just changed the dynamic of this possession in a heartbeat, and now it's 1st and 10 from inside the red zone. Grabbed in the middle, it's Williams. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
Well, that's just tough, hard-nosed running. You need 1 yard to get, let the running back figure it out.
This Notre Dame offense carving it up. They're working with another first down. To the air, it's Carr. Here he goes breaking the pocket. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Quarterback just has to be more aware of the situation. First down, goal-to-go situation. You cannot take a sack. So the QB, if no one's open, you got to make sure you're throwing that ball out of the end zone and helping your offense out.
Motion from the back. Second down, they'll go to the air. Flushed out of the pocket. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Quick strike through the air for the score. The offense flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
Take a little exhale. You know, you did your job. You got points. Now you put your defense in a position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape. So the offense definitely taking care of their business.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He's out of bounds at the 27-yard line to a couple extra yards of field position for this offense to start. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. From the gun, the running back has it. Turning it on. They'll mark him down at the 37. It's a 10-yard gain.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this second half, defense picking up where it left off.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
And I'll tell you what, I like this defense's game plan right here. Drop back. Make sure I got the sticks covered. If they want to throw it below the sticks, I'm going to come up and tackle you and make sure I get you to fourth down.
They're throwing for it on fourth down. He's got it. First down and more. A big play. Gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44.
And that's a play the defense has got to be able to make, guys, right there on fourth down. You're in the third quarter, second half. You're playing at home, and it's a close game. You've got a huge opportunity to seize momentum. And you just get the feeling that that momentum is going to be a big factor here in the second half. Someone had to step up and make a play, and they just couldn't get it done.
All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening. The Tigers will line it up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. He's stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying and have had very little success. Going to swing it on second down. Throws to the tight end. Incomplete. And man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
Oh, that hit him in a bad spot, right in the hands. Great play. You still get a pass breakup, but man, that could have been an interception by the defender there. Nice break on the football, but secure that big fella and get the 6. He picked 6.
And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move. Going for it on fourth down, trailing by double figures. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. The decision to go for it does not pan out.
Great coverage on that fourth down play. Nice job blanking the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him 1.
I think if you're the coaching staff, you have to like what you've seen from this guy so far in the game. He's pumped out some really nice runs. Obviously, he's already scored a touchdown. Really nice run there as well. And for me, I would keep thinking about creative ways of getting this guy the ball as the game goes on here in the second half.
He's going for a big play downfield. He's got it! And the tackle is made, but not before. That completion gets him 30-plus.
Nice catch there. You know, I think back to great Golden Domer wide receivers and Tim Brown, who won a Heisman, Rocket Ismail, obviously. How about Jeff Samardzija? There's a name you don't hear very much anymore, but he was awesome for Brady Quinn back in the day. And all those guys had the ability to win one-on-one. Their quarterbacks knew that if they had that matchup outside, they were going to take it. And I think this quarterback feels the same way about that guy. He is just so dynamic outside.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
Breaks into the open. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
Touchdown, Notre Dame! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
Really nice job by the quarterback there of just letting the play develop. He had his eyes down in the middle of the field, and I think when he saw that deep middle area vacated, he said to himself, I've got a guy running right into that area. I'm throwing this thing on time, and this is going to be a touchdown, and that's exactly what happened.
First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Brown. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the third quarter. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play.
Notre Dame, 38, Clemson, 21.
So the final period starts with a second down play. Tight end now in motion. Second and short, maybe looking for a shot. Got it set up on the outside. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Catch in the middle, it's Moore. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
And the Tigers in a good spot here with second and short.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
With the catch, it's Davidson. There he goes. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
This running back is a weapon. Not only is he going to hurt you in the run game, but they're going to throw it to him, and they're going to throw it to him on first down, second down, and third down, as you saw right there.
Wants to throw it. He lets one fly deep. Catch and stride inside the 15. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8. And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. The corners are walked up tight. They'll use the running game on first and goal. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Clemson.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
Ready to try the point after. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Big one this week in the SEC. Heck, they're all big ones in that conference. Arkansas needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there in Fayetteville behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. They're trailing by 11 to Ole Miss. Games like these just mean more in the SEC, and we'll circle back if anything big happens you should see.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. "90 yards in front of them as they start the drive at their own 10. Give to the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
That's exactly the start you want when you're on offense. In this situation, 4-minute offense, I'm not worried about scoring. I'm not worried about getting a bunch of first downs. I need 2. I need 2 first downs, and I'm going to let that clock tick, and I walk out of here with a W.
That's caught. It's Williams. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game has taken...
Oh, he's got some space. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. The Irish come to the line facing second and short. Off the play fake. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
All right, that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
I think in this situation, after that incompletion, 4th and short on your side of the field, the smart play is to punt it away and trust your defense.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. On the run, still looking. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. Got the first down, looking for more. Right down the gut of the field. Touchdown, Iron. He got a step and just dusted the field. They add on another score, and now that record so close to going to 8-1 on the season. And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the 4th. Fielded in the end zone, it's Moore. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. First play of the drive will come from the 9-yard line. Going right to work up top. Still on his feet. They get to him as he throws.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes. Bring the speed on the field and get ready to play the pass.
Pulls it in. It's Davidson. Gets it out to the 22 before going out of bounds, and they are suddenly out of trouble.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the first down, you get out of bounds, you're working the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Toss sweep to the left. Finding open areas. Turning it on. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line.
Hey, how about it? How about the old toss play, right? QB catches the ball, tosses it to the running back. Listen, it's got to be thrown out in front of him so he can continue to run, and then the offensive line has to do a really good job of...
He wants to go deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
At this point of the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
A run for the quarterback. You think that coach really had any doubt? He's in his own territory, but you only have a few inches to go.
Go, go, go. I don't care what side of the field it is, 4th and inches. I'm going for it. I like my chances.
Here's a heat. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
Snagged in the middle. It's flat. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. 1st and goal from the 7. Now the chance to pay off that big play from just outside the 5. Looking to throw. Looking for the goal line. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
5 wide receivers on 2nd and goal. That's room for the quarterback to run and a lot of receivers for the defense to contend with. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
It's hard in this area throwing over this big defensive line. They've got long arms. You saw it right there, knocking that ball down on 2nd down.
And they'll try to bite a chunk out of this lead on 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down. Takes a snap, wants to throw. And the 4th down pass falls incomplete, and they'll have to give